So here we've got a box of Wargames Atlantic, First Empires, Persian infantry. They're 14 multi-part hard plastic figures, 28mm scale. I'm going to try to make these figures up, base them, paint them as time efficiently as possible for an upcoming wargame at the club. So I'll be interested to see what sort of quality I get given the limited amount of time and effort I intend to put in on each of the final figures. There are 8 of these sprues, 5 figures on each, making up the 40. So the first stage was to make up the plastic models, gluing them together. I can't say I enjoyed this very much. It's very, very fiddly. Some of the parts are extremely fragile, and I do worry about how well they'll stand up to wargaming in the future. So the approach I was going to take next was to undercoat the whole army in one colour, which was to act as the base colour for the flesh tone and some of the clothing. Also note that the figures are already based on their final bases, which are pre-cut and purchased single figures bases. The base coat dried quite well, which was encouraging, and so I was ready to set about with my very limited palette to give each of the figures just one base coat over each of its parts, and then a brown wash following that. The limited palette used was based on my research of Persian colours of the period, and I hope this would give the unit some cohesion. So that was the unit almost finished. I have to be honest and say that I did touch them up with one final pass, but here are the final figures, based and flocked and ready for the wargame at the club. I think it was an interesting project, limited amount of time, limited amount of effort, but I'm quite pleased with the final figures. They won't win any prizes, but they'll look good enough on the battlefield.